23. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you may have your seat. You may have your seat. 15 minutes of this. 1, 2, 3, testing. We're gonna start after this, but we are waiting for another two panelists. They are coming here. Okay. So just get yourself comfortable, and then we will start after this around 2 p.m. Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, salam melaku maju jaya, rakyat bahagia menggamit dunia, bijak laksana buah, berani laksana jebat. Salam Melaka, sayang rakyat, salam Malaysia Madani. A very good afternoon and a very warm welcome to our participants and honorable guests. My name is Dr. Muhammad Nur Ishaq bin Muhammad Fauzi, or you can call me Dr. Ishaq, or you can call me Dr. Isaac also. And I'm deeply honored to be your moderator for the Youth Dialogue of the Second International Interfaith Peace and Harmony Forum 2026. Looking out into the audience, it is so wonderful to see individuals from various backgrounds. We have also here participants from students. Can you raise your hand, students? Yeah. Okay, thank you. We have also participants from the social activists, interfaith activists here, youth activists. Okay. So we also have from various countries. From Malaysia? Here from Malaysia. Okay. Anyone from Indonesia? Okay. So also have from Indonesia. Anyone from Singapore? We have from Singapore also, and from Australia. Okay, we have also representative from Australia. Any other country? Myanmar. Okay, give a round of applause to our friends from Myanmar. Okay, all right. So your presence here today is a hopeful reminder that our diversity does not divide us. Rather, it can become the very foundation for mutual strength and understanding. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to quote from Prof. Ziauddin Sardar, one of the renowned futurists of the world. He said that currently all that was normal has now evaporated. We have entered post-normal times, or PNT, in the time in between period where all orthodoxies are dying. The new one have not yet emerged, and nothing really makes sense. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come into the new age. Before this, previously we have the classical age, we have the modern age, we have the postmodern age, and now we are entering the post-normal time. In this post-normal time, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the position of tourists who is planning of a journey with the help of guidebook that is already out of date. That's quoted by Bertrand de Juvenal. Ladies and gentlemen, currently we are living in the world that normal has vanished. The facts are uncertain. The values in dispute. The stakes are high, and also decisions have to be made urgent. The theme of our forum today is human flourishing, individual and global community working to deepen the bond and unified action for sustainable peace and harmony. So, today's dialogue is designed with profound and actionable objectives in mind. We are gathered here, together here, to explore four selective objectives. The first one is deepening of human connection by recognizing our shared humanity and engaging with openness, sincerity, and humility. Our second objective will be translating the values into action, remembering that every great faith tradition carries values like compassion, mercy, and peace. We have to turn these values into how we conduct ourselves in everyday life. So the third objective here, to actualize the dialogue into living example. The world is apparently searching for the living example of harmony in action. We want to move far beyond just a mere symbolic exchange to cultivate genuine uh, and also sustain relationships. So the fourth objective of our forum today is becoming the role model for the global community. We have a unique opportunity to demonstrate how diverse societies can flourish together with dignity, hence setting up an example for the future generations. Ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, we are asking ourselves, what small but meaningful commitments can we make today to listen more deeply, to reject the prejudice, and also to choose understandings over divisions or segregations or polarizations. Therefore, to help us navigate these crucial questions, we have an exceptional speakers, lineup of speakers we bring today. So I would like to invite all our speakers. First, Professor Dr. Kama Oniah Kamruzaman up to stage. Please welcome. Our second speaker will be Miss Carrie Koo. Please welcome. Our third speaker will be Dr. Stephen Wijaya. Please welcome to the stage. Okay. All right. Still the spirit of youth. So the last but not least is Madam Song Pohlan. Please welcome to the stage and join us. So I'll be your moderator today. So I will sit onto my chair. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce our speakers. The first our first speaker is Professor Dr. Kama Oniah Kamruzaman from the International Islamic University of Malaysia, IIUM. As a respected academician, she has dedicated her career to interfaith understanding, peace building, and fostering mutual respect among diverse communities. Thank you, Prof, still having your time with us this afternoon. Okay. Next, we have Miss Carrie Koo, our second speaker. Miss Carrie Koo is from Australia. She is a board member and project manager of TYPG. Am I correct? Toowoomba Youth Peace Group of Australia, and is currently pursuing for double degree in business and law at Queensland University of Technology. And then Miss Carrie is deeply passionate about youth engagement, building cross-border friendships and also intercultural understanding. So thank you for being with us today, Ms. Carrie Koo. Next, our third panelist is Dr. Stephen Wijaya, CEO and President Director of Carnegie School, Indonesia. As an exceptional educational leader, he is a strong champion for integrating values-based learning and character development alongside the academic excellence to prepare for the future generations for an interconnected world. Finally, we are privileged to have Madam Song Pohlan, CEO and Principal of Malaysia Han Studies. Madam Song has devoted years to promoting moral education and firmly believe that peace begins with personal cultivation, traditional cultural wisdom, and also the family values. So, ladies and gentlemen, our dialogue will be begin shortly after. So our dialogue will be run in a single round only, and then every panelist have about 10 minutes, 10 minutes stop, 10 minutes, and then we will break for the tea break, short tea break, about 35 minutes, and then we will continue after that with Q&A session. So if you have any question, you can prepare now and ask during the Q&A session. So, can we start now? Okay, all right. So I will start with the first panelist. Here is the context, Prof. Dr. Kama. As a respected academician who has dedicated your career to interfaith building, you understand that while every great faith uplifts humanity, the human misunderstandings can overshadow these values. In this forum, we would like to move beyond a mere symbolic exchange toward living examples of harmony. So, my question is, drawing from your extensive experience, Prof, how can university students turn the shared religious values into everyday actions in order to reduce prejudice and become living examples of peace. So 10 minutes stop. I'll give the floor to you.
Sound check.
Yeah, now how what? I have to bite into this? Okay, let me first say this. Thank you for coming. I insisted on this program to a point. So I have a way of going. At this age, I don't care what people think of me. So he said, if this is not happening, I'm not coming. Because how can we just go on and say, I like you like me, you know me, I know you, so I respect you. Okay, we like each other, so what? We have to go move beyond that. But let me just explain, because you're talking about the academic, yeah, you're talking about student. I was the first one who designed comparative religion. And IIUM was the first university ever to have a course in comparative religion. This was 1997. When I started, there was even no books around, not even international. I have to take my books, Xerox it, reprint it, and my books have all my comments. Sometimes I say, ha, 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 when I feel that the thing is not so right. The cheeky remarks are there and the students read this. But what I want to say, this was early, 1997. Before this, we were very communal. I had a great motivation from my former mentor, rector of IIM, Professor Kamal Hassan. And now the present rector is also very much into interfaith dialogue. The Buddhist community is very close to him. He called the late Reverend Father, and they said, Prof. Osman Bakar and Amir Farid are the only people who call me Father. And I have another favorite one, Mother Mangalam, a Hindu, and I call her Mother. And I don't care if others called or not, but I call her Mother. But what I want to say that it's been not too long ago, but things are spreading very fast. And we see the young people really involved in this. Because we are moving, as Dr. Ziauddin Sardar said, into a different era. We are now beyond the norm, the regular, the tradition of yesterday. We are no longer into yesterday. If you are still thinking with the mindset of yesterday, you are out of fashion, you are out of date. This communal talk is no longer our talk. We are talking about global situations now. And you cry when you see the Gaza children, right? Before this, we don't know how to cry for other people. We cry when we see Venezuela under the earthquake. And when the Japan tsunami came, it affected us. We are no longer communal. We are no longer national. We have gone global. If you don't move into this period, you go back to yesterday. Right. But the challenges are very real. You look just at the politics of this world. The world today are not controlled, are not run by good people. I think you know that. The most greedy are now ruling the world. Among the most immoral people are now respected as the superpower of this world. But what have they given to humanity? They have destroyed humanity. Right. So are we going to be part of this problem, or are we going to be part of the solution? Now, part of the problem is the people of religion, like me and you, have been silent. We allow them to become what they are, to control the world. We just shake our head and we are angry and we are hurt, but we are not doing anything. Let me repeat this when I said in Sri Lanka, there was a communal unrest. Before I came, there was a big series. So I made the statement, when humanity is at a risk, when the situation is so bad, it is a crime to be indifferent. When the situation is so challenging and you see things failing in front of you, it is a sin not to be involved. Because part of being a human being, particularly the people of religion, it is us that has made the world be what it is now. we have been silent for so long, or we have been too polite to get involved. Whereas all our religions ask us to transform, not through revolution, through reformation. Revolutions never solve problem, but added more to the problem. Religion is an upward battle. But before I go into that, let me just talk a little bit more. We get our directions bearing, because I'm writing a lot on this. Let me share this. In religions, all religions, every religion is unique. Every religion is entity and an identity wholesome in itself. It is unique. There is no two religions that are the same. There may be similarities, but the similarities are not the same. So to treat other people the way we treat ourselves is wrong. It's arrogant and it is ignorant. Because every religion has its own way of thinking. Every religious people, every community has its own way of practicing religion. Don't impose ourselves on other people, this is how they should behave, or this is how they should be religious. No. They have different preferences, they have different appreciations, but they are an entity by itself. Religions have two components. One is what I call the intrapersonal, it's about us and our faith and our belief. That is very personal. There is the interpersonal, like interrelation, international, with the other people, the society part. So this is both are part of religion. At the level of the intrapersonal, this is the faith dimension. At this level, we have to agree to disagree. Because this is the level of theology, this is the level of doctrines, this is the level of rites and rituals, because they have a different understanding of God. Buddhism have a different understanding of divinity and God, very different from other religions, because all other religions centered around God. Buddhism is not. It's a non-theistic religion. It's not atheistic, non-theistic. That's a more academic thing. All right? So to make them think the way we do, you are wrong. And because the basic is different, the way they practice also different. Their rituals are different from the Muslim rituals. Because they don't have divinity as focus, so they don't have prayers. They have meditation. So I want to say this. Treat each religion in its own way. Respect them as they are. There should be no compromises. They cannot make you feel and think like them, and you cannot make them and impose upon them to think and feel like you. This is the only way to go forward. I have a big quarrel with my professor, Temple University, Gerard, Leonard Swidel. He's the number one, interface person, but I disagree. He said interface dialogue means interreligious. I learn something from you, you learn something from me. I take something from you, you take something to me. I become something like you and you become like. I was a student, PhD. I said, Prof, I disagree. I've always disagreed with my professors. No. If this is the way you go, I'm not coming with you. I'm not coming on your wagon. My understanding of interfaith is, you learn something from me, I learn something from you. I respect you as you are, you respect me as I am, and you become as you are and I become as I am. It's not diluting our faith away. Interfaith dialogue, interfaith activities, and the faith engagement initiative should not dilute your faith away. Should not negotiate your faith away. You remain as you are. If you are not strong in your faith, come out of it. Learn your faith first. Otherwise, you get influenced. That is at the faith level. But at the social level, there's a lot of commonness between us. So a good person in your community is also respected by my community. The values, we call the moral compass, this has a lot of commonness. In fact, even the law of the countries also share the same thing. Slandering, adultery, stealing, backbiting, these are all rejected by all religions. Also rejected by the law of the country. Right. So at this level, we are together. At the level of social relationship, interpersonal, yes, we agree. This is what we call the values. the values and the ethics of all regions. There's a lot of commonness and a lot of similarities. So we work along this line, just to get the perspective right. Okay? So that don't say that because we are interfaith, everything goes in. No. Because if you are not clear on this, you get messed up along the way. Even your own people will reject you. Because they think you're very funny now. We have taken interfaith is not creating a new religion, no. All right, so that is one. That is the first formula of dialogue. When and what we can dialogue, where we agree and where we disagree. There's a lot of things we can agree. Now coming back to a student, when I designed the courses, I wanted it to go beyond. I want my students to have solid knowledge. So all the texts that they read on other religions, they must read from the people who are of the other religion. The scholars of the other religion, not to read on Buddhism written by Muslims, no. Because you have a prejudiced way of looking. Read on Buddhism from the writers who are themselves Buddhists and practicing Buddhists. There are Buddhists or Muslims or Christians who are not practicing and they say nasty things about their own religion. Don't read from them. They are fakes. Yeah. The genuine people are those who hold their religion strong. And then you can. And two types of people cannot enter into dialogue, cannot be part of us. People with superiority complex. They are so full of themselves. They are all self-righteous. Like Dr. Amir was saying, convert everybody to as Muslim. These are people with superiority complex. It's a sickness, a disease. No religions make you to be like that. You should be humble in your religion. So they cannot enter into dialogue and don't engage with them. Just let them go. The second is people with inferiority complex. These are saying yes to everything, even diluting their faith away. These are all fakes. They just want to be nice, yeah, and they hope that you like them, so they say yes even to things that they don't believe in. They cannot make good friends in dialogue. So the rest of us are normal people. Then you go along all that line. And there is always this. The good, the bad, and the ugly exist in all communities without exception. Even in our community. If you see there are ugly people, bad people in the other community, think back of your own community. They also exist in our community. The good, the bad, and the ugly. We talk about the good, we celebrate the good, and we work together with the good. The ugly, let them be. They're just naughty people, mischievous people. Ignore them. But the bad, we have to check. Because if you don't check them, as all regions ask them to check, it will develop into a disease. Look at what corruption has led. Right? The whole of the American Senate is bought. So they cannot, they have those, because it's all like, it has, look at the cartel, the drug cartel. It started with small things. And now it has become out of control. So you just be humble, be along this side. Now for the young people, let me tell you this. You're living in your generation, which is not my generation. You have facilities of your generation. You can all get involved. And you can do it very easily. Have dialogue partners on the internet. My assignment for my students, one is the academic, 40%. 20% is to have interfaith dialogue with a person of other religion across the world. Ask what they believe in, why they practice, how do they practice, because the books don't always give the same thing. How they relate, and they become very close to these people. Somebody say, come, I want you to meet my, this is in India, the person is in Malaysia. I want you to meet my daughters. You are now like my daughter. It can spread. And it doesn't take you any money, and you are better at this. I'm half illiterate. I'm half literate in the internet. So don't make an excuse saying that you cannot reach to the other people. This is your world, and that is your challenge. I think I stopped people get nervous already.
Okay, thank you very much, Prof. Kamal. That's very well put. Okay, so be respectful and do not condescending the others. And also, I think that the comparative religions cannot be learned only in the lecture hall. So we have to mingle with interracial and interreligious community to learn better. your values. So now bringing in the youth perspective, Miss Carrie. Okay, are you ready, Miss Carrie? Okay, here's the context. Young people today frequently face immense stress and uncertainty while striving for personal success. However, your work in international youth engagement demonstrate the profound impact of building cross-border friendships and intercultural understanding. So our forum aims to appeal to the youth to make small, meaningful commitments to reject the prejudice. So my question is, in this era where youth often struggle to balance personal ambitions with modern anxieties, how can the integration of the traditional spiritual wisdom and the everyday practice of compassion empower young people to find their inner peace and actively build cross-cultural friendship that serve the humanity? Okay, 10 minutes stop, so I'll give the floor to you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Carrie, and I am a board project manager of the Toowoomba Youth Peace Group, which is also known as Type G. Type G is a vibrant youth led committee based in Toowoomba, Queensland, proudly supported by the Pure Land Learning College Association and the Multi Faith Multicultural Centre Toowoomba. Type G began in March 2018 when a group of young people were invited to present speeches at one of the Pure Land Learning College Peace Conferences. A few weeks after the event, this enthusiastic group was invited to an informal meeting to explore the idea of forming a youth committee dedicated to promoting peace and understanding in the community. From then on, through events, workshops, and programs, we strive to give young people the tools, confidence, and opportunities they need to grow professionally and personally every year. We have delivered workshops that strengthen confidence, leadership, and communication skills, hosted educational and career-focused Q&As, seminars, and networking events, and lastly, we have organized cultural, sporting, and social activities that enhance physical and mental well-being. Our mission is to create meaningful opportunities for young people to connect, reflect, and take actions towards a more harmonious society, which also relates to the theme of today, human flourishing. I have, I have been a part of the group since 2020 when I was in high school. I was inspired by my sister, who was one of the first members of the group who contributed to the many conferences and conversations with many of our local youth to youth all around the world. Today, our team proudly facilitates events across Toowoomba and its surrounding regions. Our programs focus on the issues young people face in the 21st century, using peace as an umbrella theme to explore its many dimensions, from mental well-being and social harmony to equality, sustainability, and community connection. Type G gathers together monthly to talk about our processes and ideas that build onto our coming event plans. We have contributed and participated in many Harmony Day events, International Peace Day events, youth dialogue sessions, and Type G members have also brought our group story to oversee conferences like Paris, London, Wales, Taiwan, Singapore, and Malaysia several times. I'll now share with you about our previous conferences since 2021. In 2021, our theme was Connecting Through Compassion. This conference brought together around 30 young people to take part in compassion building activities, enjoying inspiring talks from community leaders, and to connect with each other. We had a variety of guest speakers from the community and the local university to share their meaningful insights on the role compassion plays in creating a peaceful society. Our 2022 conference was named Would You Dare? This event welcomed young people aged 12 to 25 to explore their fears, passions, and potential. It created a safe and inspiring space for youth to share ideas, challenges, and to reflect on the question, what would you dare to achieve if nothing held you back? Guest speakers shared their personal stories and wisdom, encouraging participants to dream big and strive to become their best selves. Their talks highlighted the importance of courage, resilience, and pursuing one's passion despite uncertainty. Following, the 2023 conference was themed Collective Dreaming, empowering young people to strengthen their communities and turn aspirations into meaningful action. Participants were encouraged to identify both personal and collective goals, envision positive change, and take practical steps towards achieving it. From our Singapore facilitators, participants were inspired to dream boldly, collaborate with like-minded peers, and address the physical and emotional challenges of youth well-being. Overall, we were inspired to transform our shared dreams into a purposeful and lasting impact. In our 2024 symposium, it was named Middle Ground. This symposium inspired participants to embrace inclusivity, understanding, and compassion, finding middle ground in their relationship and communities. Inspirational speakers shared personal stories and led engaging sessions that encourage attendees to look beyond differences and celebrate shared visions and their values. Finally, from 2025, our theme was titled Equilibrium, the Art of Balance, which focused on providing youth the space to reflect on the fine line between chaos and tranquility and to navigate the intersection of the digital and physical world. For inner balance, we encourage self-reflection on managing emotions, priorities, and mental well-being, and explored tools to navigate stress and cultivate inner peace and life challenges. For the outer physical balance, we fostered critical awareness of technology's role in daily life and promoted strategies to balance screen time with the real-world connections and self-care. And that's about it. If you haven't noticed already, every year our team builds on the previous theme from the year before. What started as a mission to provide a space for unheard youth voices evolved into a journey of shared dreams, brave choices and actions, and inner growth by finding our inner peace. Ultimately, these experiences have provided us with endless meaningful conversations and meetings of many diverse groups of youth around the world. Every conference that we have held has provided a space to empower youth, to find inner peace and actively build cross-cultural friendships. If you see on the brochures that we handed out, we have provided you with some information of our group and our previous projects. On our last page, we have shared a few links to our Type G website, Gmail, and Instagram. If any of you are ever free and come to Australia in December, we welcome you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Carrie. So beautiful. So later on, we can go to Toowoomba after this. Okay, all right. Thank you, Miss Carrie. Dr. Stephen. Yeah. Now we are looking at how we shape our future through education. Okay. So Dr. Stephen Wijaya, here is the context. In our increasingly interconnected, disruptively changed and digitalized world, true leadership requires more than academic success. It demands a strong character development. So the forum's vision is for our region to become a role model for the global community by demonstrating how diverse societies can flourish together. My question is, as an educational leader championing value-based learning, how can school optimally integrate character development with academic excellence to equip the future leaders with the qualities needed to harness the technology responsibly and collaborate effectively across different cultures. So, please, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. First of all, I would like to say thank you to Mahans. Thank you to Principal Song. Thank you to all distinguished panelists and all the audience here. It's such an honor for me to come to Malacca. So I would like to answer the question with a very simple view, image. Education is like building a house. Most of the time, people, when they often like to see, how tall or how big the house. They like to see the wall. They like to see the ceiling, the lightnings, how expensive the tiles. In terms of education, this is like your good grade, your achievements, your awards, your future career. Yes, these are important. But in order for the house to be tall and strong, you need a foundation. That foundation is the characters. Without the foundations, one day there's a big wind or there's a storm, the house will collapse. So in the term of education, like teaching a student might be smart, clever, have the ability, have the intelligence. But when one day they face the challenge, difficulty, power, temptations, they will use their intelligence in the wrong way. That's why recently I read there's a news just recently, is quite viral in Indonesia. It's reported there's a woman was kidnapped and tortured by someone that close to her for more than 3 years. It's such a tragedy for the humanity. I will not go detail on that case, but when the first time when I heard about this case, the first thing come out in my mind, how come? Like a human being will do such horrible thing to other people. So if education is only teaching people to be clever, but it doesn't teach us, make us to become compassionate, that means the education is not complete. That's why in Carnegie School, we believe that academic excellence and character development must work together. That's why in Carnegie School, we try to educate the head, the heart, and the hand. What is the head? The head is the knowledge. What is the heart? In teacher school, we learn about values. What's the values there? There's filial pieties. Respect the teachers, respect others, compassionate, humility, gratefulness. And what are the hands? Is the actions. So if school only educates the head, the student one day will become selfish. They will become arrogant. But if you only educate the heart, the student might have a good heart. They are kind, but they don't have this capability to do some impact. So for that reasons, the head, the heart, and the hand have to be together. So the students is clever, have the capabilities. They also have a good intention, a good heart, and also can make impact and something useful for the societies. Now we're talking about technology. I would like to use a metaphor of technologies. The technology is like a knife. In the hand of criminal, they will use a knife to harm people. In the hand of a mother will use the knife to cut the fruits and the vegetable and to make very delicious food for us. But in the hand of a doctor, he or she can use it to save the life. So it's not how powerful the technology, but who's the person that using the technology. So in the hand of the right person, he can use the technology like AI, social media to connect, to serve the humanity. But in the hand of the wrong people, he will use the technology to divide us, to bully. So that's why I'm teaching students, before they pause, they share, they create something online, they should ask these 3 questions. The first one, is it truthful? The second one, is it kind? The third one, is it impactful or useful? Because if not truthful, it will damage the trust. And if it's not kind, it just only harm others. And if it's not useful, it just only create noise to the world. In Carnegie School, we encourage students to explore science and technology through projects. So many of our students, they are creating robots, they are creating smart CCTV cars, a smart house. They can just click like this, the lamp will turn off and turn on. But the question is not about who invented or created something. But the first question we have to ask deeply for the student is, what have you done and to do something to help the world, to help to solve other people's problems? And then the third one is about cross-cultural collaborations. I would like to use the metaphor is like different musical instruments. The violins is not the same like the drums, don't have the same sounds like the drums, and drum don't have the same sounds like the pianos. But if all these each instruments try to be the loudest, it just only create a noise. But when all these instruments try to listen and they try to work together in the same rhythms, then the result, we will have a beautiful and harmonious symphony. So like myself, I came from Indonesia. I will have my different traditions, beliefs, and religions. I'm sure some of you are from Malaysia, Singapore, and Australia. And everyone have their own religions, traditions. So if we teach our students not to fear difference, but we teach the students to work together, so they just not only hear the word, but they also understand how other people feel. We not only teach them about culture, but we also teach them about the history. We not only teach them about the religions, but we also teach them about the values. Then we will have a better world. So how to create a better future? That's the question. Number one, we have to make the character as the foundations. Then number two, the academic excellence will become the structures. The third one, we have to get students to work together, to listen, work with people from different backgrounds, different cultures. And we as a teachers and as a parents, we have to become the role models for the value that we teach them. So in the conclusions, I would like to give you the image. Like building the house is like our academic excellence, how to make the buildings tall. Next one is the technology. It's like make the house look modern. And then cross-cultural collaboration is like you are opening the doors and the windows to the world. And the most important is the foundation, is the character. Without the foundation, the house will collapse. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Stephen. That's a beautiful insight. I can imagine myself in that house. So I would like to share also, there is a book wrote by Jose Ortega y Gasset, if you ever read The Revolt of the Masses, whereby he critiques in the chapter 12, the barbarism of specialization, that he critiques the specialists who just focus and paracally focus and expert in his or her field only, but ignore the other field of learning, such as the social aspect, spiritual aspect, and the other aspect. So this This kind of people, as mentioned by Jose Ortega, is the learned ignorant, the learned ignorant. So thank you. That's a beautiful insight. Okay, all right. So we move on to Madam Song, the last but not least. Madam Song Pohlan, amidst rapid social change, you strongly advocate that peace must begin with personal cultivation and family values. This forum notes that sustainable peace is built quietly and consistently through everyday choices and moral conduct. So, my question is, how can we effectively anchor today's youth in traditional cultural wisdom, specifically through the foundational values of gratitude, respect, and responsibility, so they can maintain a strong moral compass and translate these virtues into lived realities within the modern communities? Please.
Thank you very much, Professor Isaac. And thank you for my fellow three panelists who are so purposeful in delivering your messages. Malaysian Han Studies is first and foremost a cultural center. When you come here, we want you to feel the warmth. We hardly use any technology here, very primitive. You can see very primitive setup, but we want to recapture that humanity, the humaneness between people and people, the true feelings, the warm feelings that we can offer to one another. We talk about moral compass. But moral compass doesn't just get from social media. Actually, it came from our family. I would say foundational values, grounded in our foundational values. And education came from actually four channels. Number one is our family. Number two is our schools. Number third one is a society, which nowadays we get a lot of messages from social media. And last but not least, religion. Now, why do teenagers or youth engage so much in computer games and handphone, right? We have a workshop called Home is Where Our Journey Begins. The parents will complain. The first and foremost complaint and the first and foremost problem they want us to solve is, how do I get my children to less handphone? Now, how many of you cannot live without handphone? Would you believe if I said you spent 9 weeks here without a handphone? Shake, start shaking, right? Start to shake, isn't it? Shaky, huh? Okay. Now we have some youths at the back. They have been here engaged in one of the courses called Traditional Chinese Cultural Study for high school graduates. They come here. One of the criteria is you cannot have your handphone for 9 weeks. And that young gentleman, that was one of them. He still survived. He lives very well. He made many new friends. Handphone became a substitute because friends, advisors from wise elderlies, from schools, from social media is lacking in their lives. It's not that the youth are bad people. Really not. Some of our students came from families who have actually learned about Dizugui. But the way they received this education was called force. You have to be a good son. You have to be a filial daughter. You have to listen to everything we said. I believe the homeroom teacher for the course, Teacher Larry, at the back, when he asked them questions, one of the answers they gave was, Teacher Larry, do you want perfect answers or do you want the truth? The perfect answers came from everything that was taught in this way, in all the moral books. But we do not see them in our lives. the most effective way for young people to learn. Remember, before they were young people, they were little children. The most effective ways for children to learn is through role modeling. They see, they observe. And what we found was problem people came from problem families. It seldom fails. So when you start thinking, hey, he's a bad boy, he's a bad girl, he's no good at, understand more about his family backgrounds. This moral compass actually came from the families. And you know why they make so many new friends? There were no alternatives. They have to start talking to one another. And when they came here, they have a lot of complaints about mothers. Very nagging, lao dao dao. Lao dao dao. Okay. But after they came here, they started to sing that song. 世上只有妈妈好. That means the best thing, only mother is the best. Why? They have to wash their clothes. Right or not? Huh? They have to look for the sun. Oh no, it's going to rain. They have to go and pick up their clothes. Before, mother always clean up their houses or the maid clean up. Here, everything they do by themselves. Nobody will do your chores for you. Okay? So it's not that you give them a lot of material things. And I'm sure young people, you have more modern and more expensive handphone than I have. Am I right? Your parents always get the second hand or the less up-to-date model. But I think what is lacking in youth is the warmth. They need to see these morals, values in their lives. So we start from the family. Because school have to engage in a lot of curriculum. They have national curriculum, they have a lot of state curriculum, and they have KPI and so on. So this had to make up from the family. But even parents lose the moral compass. So how are they going to teach the children? See, when I heard Dr. Onya, wow, Dr. Onya, you belong to the generation who still have a purpose, a moral compass in life. In the book of Great Learning, it says that the way of great learning is to find your moral compass. Once you find the moral compass, you use it to service the people. When you use it to service people, you will find your heart at the place where you have calmed down. Confucianism was never a very inclusive ideology. If you ask a Confucian scholar, why do you study? They will tell you, I study so that I can serve humanity. 我是为天下而读书的. It's not for profit and gains. However, once they became officer, they often forgot. They become corrupted. So it's very important. You have to walk the talk. I think, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're lacking today. We have a lot of moral expectations from young people, but how are the adults doing? So after our courses, you know how when parents came, they want to change their children, they want to change their husbands, they want to change their wives. Everybody should change except themselves. This is such a wonderful cause, Dr. Stephen. My mother-in-law should come here. My stepfather should come here. Everybody should come here except myself. But in the end, they all realize that transformation comes from individual, come from yourself first. That's why, again, in the book of Great Learning, and this morning I was so happy to hear Dr. Onya, you said what I wanted to say such beautifully. It comes from personal transformation first. Okay, 修身, you must 修身, cultivate yourself first. Okay, understand what are values, what are virtues that are good for humanity. Then you have to manage your family well, especially husband. The role of husband is very important. Young man, this is my message to you. Okay? Be a man. And you should clap. Young man, be a man. You stand up, you take up the role of a very sunny, responsible, accountable man. Ladies, don't be so aggressive. Lah. It's very difficult. Ladies are supposed to be like water, very soft. Huh? Then you all want to fight for this, fight for that. Actually, it's very pressure also. Okay? So let's have more understanding between individuals and then run our family well. In one of our sessions, they call it writing a letter to your loved ones. Even men will break down. And they read the letter, they apologize to the son. You know, son, I'm sorry. Daddy has done a lot of wrong things, mistakes. I should have become more responsible. I should have become the anchor. I don't think the anchor should be anchored on the youth. The youth have too many knowledge. You know, when the youth come to learn, we never compete with them on knowledge. They are very knowledgeable. Dr. Stephen, you know that. There was one time when I said, the meaning of volunteers is this. Then right away, one young man on his handphone. Teacher, you are wrong. According to Google, the meaning of volunteers, you see, so don't compete with them about AI, about knowledge. They are much more ahead of us. But there's one thing it never changed. The universal values of our common love and care for one another. This is the universality that will withstand all changes. Our moral compass is way, way behind technology, information. But sustain that heart, that love for one another. Our master said, there's no one in this world which I don't like. There's no one in this world I don't love. And there's no one in this world I will forsake. I cannot forgive. And lastly, I use Dr. Hewland's 4 words to encourage yourself whenever we not happy or try to have sort of problematic. You recite these 4 words, okay? I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Song Pohlan. I lost word for that. Okay. Thank you to all our panelists for your those profound insights. So, if we're following our schedule, we will have our afternoon tea break. Can we have a break now? You want a break now? Yes. Okay. So we will let you have a afternoon tea break. Currently 3 p.m. So we will be here at 3:35. 3:25. So we'll be back here in 3:25. Okay? Is it okay? Okay, so we are expecting you to have a Q&A session with us after this. So please prepare your questions. So we will have our ample time for our interactive dialogue after this. So thank you very much once again to our panelists. Please give a round of applause to our panelists. Okay, so we will break for the afternoon tea break. Thank you. Nothing to do with it. Yeah, that is, I learned a lot. With ada professor di shop dekat post. Currently, okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, currently we have reaching 3:27, so we will continue for our Q&A session. Are you ready? Are you ready? Yeah. So I will open for audience. Any question from the audience? You can state your name, where are you from, are you retired? Oh, and then can you simplify the question for the panelists? You can ask any of the panelists or you can ask randomly. Okay, so I will open the floor. Any question? Okay, one. Okay, we have one question, two questions, second question, and third question. So we will start with the first question first. Please proceed.
Yes. Yes. All right. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good evening to all. My name is Irdina Hakima, and I am the postgraduate student from the IIUM Gombak, the UIE Gombak. So I have some questions. First question would be to Professor Kamar Onya. When Prof, you speak about these two extreme group of people in the dialogue. The first group is when this person like diluting his or her faith, and then another extreme is that when they feel they are superior than the other. So what is actually the middle way of these two extremes? And probably could you suggest the universal guidelines and also the principles in the dialogue? I proceed. Okay. I have another questions, but I think that
I was on the street demonstrating. Those days we can demonstrate and we don't care what the police do to us. But now people are so scared of this. That was the push. Anyway, let me say this. Number one, don't try to change everybody. Even the prophets couldn't manage even with his own family. Some. Don't try to do more than that. What do you call that? Don't expect everybody to be on board on anything else. Just do what is necessary to those who are ready for it. This is why I start with transformation. When those people are ready, they transform themselves and they can come on board. We don't need everybody to be on board to change. The world is never changed by the majority, but by the minority. Dedicated, sincere, must be genuine. Otherwise, you are fake. Fake people cannot. And this is what we're having problem. People presenting themselves as the representative of the religion, but they are not actually portraying the religion itself. A lot of these are pretenses. A lot of these are political. Yeah, this is for other motives. So it doesn't work. There's no sincerity. There's no genuine. Just focus on the people who are ready and come on board. The next one you should not do is get involved in petty things. There are so many petty things. There are so many gossipy things. There are so many things that distract you, waste your time. Understand? We come into this world once, and we are here only for a very brief period. Don't waste our existence on something that is not essential. Time is running. There's a lot to be done that ought to be done that has not been done. So don't get yourself involved in petty things. These people will distract you. Let them. Just ignore. Be nice. Don't be rude. Don't fight them. Just let them pass. I said the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah, it exists everywhere. Focus on the good and move on with it. The ugly, let them be. Just be nice to them, because if you provoke, they will jump and create more problem for you. But the bad, they must be checked, because these people hurt other people. They create problem for other people. But this will be taken by law, not you. You go along that path only. For those with superiority complex, that's what I was talking about. They will not listen to anybody. They even don't listen to the parents, actually. They are so full of themselves. They think they are the only one that is right. All people are wrong. They are the only ones to go to heaven. The rest go to hell. Let them go alone. Be by themselves there and enjoy your own company. These are the self-righteous. These are the people with superiority complex. Don't waste your time. Those with the inferiority complex, they are so timid. They won't take anything forward. You have to sort of become a nanny to them, help them all the way. They make you tired. Also let them be. Be nice to them, be kind to them. Love is the essence. My students ask me, how do I relate to people? I don't know, I just love people. I disagree with what they do, I don't like what they do. Yeah, but what's the point of quarreling? So don't waste your time on things that you cannot do. Focus on the things that you can do. That's what I think we move forward. Don't get sidetracked, especially the internet now. The nonsense that is going on. You want to speak? It's okay. When you come to my age, you speak more than me. But I've always been loud, even when I was in your age. Okay? Mr. Chairman, moderator, you take your phone. Don't waste time, okay?
Thank you, Prof. Kamar. Okay. So we proceed with second question. Okay.
Hello? Hello. My name is Miu. I'm from Myanmar. I came here as a representative of BNSM. The question I want to ask to each and every one of you today, actually, I like the words what Einstein said, that he knows nothing because he want to learn everything from everyone. It means like that he want to learn from even the youngest children, like 4 or 5 years old, and also the one that are very old, like 100 years old. So now you also the panelists, I see they're like generation X, Y, and Z or mixed together, right? You guys can live and discuss together. This kind of the reason why I came this program when I joined this today was because of two words. One is youth forum, another one is peace. Okay, the question is that if we say older generation has more wisdom, of course the wisdom is evaluated, the world changes fast. How can youth share their unique insights on modern realities? Like maybe sometimes I experience older people, they are always saying, oh, you are the future of the world, they are the future of the country, but they kind of don't accept our ideas, or they just didn't listen our talks and opinion as well. Another thing is, for people, for everyone that wanna learn from every generation, like what would be the most appropriate approaching way to connect with everyone and every ages without age limit? What would be the best approach, like a mindset and a peaceful way to approach everybody? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much for the question. Okay, I will answer the second question first. What is the approach that youth should take to be able to talk, communicate with everybody? Am I right? Okay. Do you see the model of Malaysian Han studies? 4 words. 诚敬谦和. Cheng is sincerity. Say what you know and just ask what you don't know. Don't pretend to be someone who is not you. I always tell my students and my colleagues here, just be yourself. You don't need to be pretend you are somebody else. Just be yourself at your level. Okay, be frank. That's 诚, 真诚, very sincere. 敬 is respectful. I think everybody likes to be respected. So if you can respect them, you can listen to them, they will be more than willing to teach you a lot of things or share their opinions. 谦 means humility, you're humble. I think we all like humble people. We don't like arrogant people, right? Especially young people who think they know a lot of things. But don't blame them for being like that, okay? They have a lot of futures they look forward to, but they don't exactly know how to walk the path. And they don't get answers from the past. So they're exploring all the time. So as they explore, if they don't learn about the culture way to talk, they are not as cute as before. When you are young, you point at a bald person, they think you're very cute. Hey, you are bald. They think you're very cute. But when you are 18, no, don't say that. Okay, so it's a different stages of life that you need to learn. So be humble. Last is be calm, harmony. Don't always you say that is wrong. You say that is wrong. Like a lot of the wise people here, they almost never thought that anybody is wrong or he himself is right. Master Chengo shared with us one anecdote. One day, 2 monks were arguing. Then they came to the master and asked him, Master, he's wrong. Who is right? Master said, you are right. Okay, so and then the other person asked the master. Master said, you are right. So who is right? Then they left. Then the master's attendants was very puzzled. Hey, master, you say this is right. You say this also right. So who is right? Master said, you're also right. Like Dr. Onya just now advised us, always seek within ourselves. Don't seek outside. When you seek outside for your reassurance, recognition, your heart is always not calm. In great learning, 定静安律的, every cultivation we seek for is seek that peaceful inside. The panda, Kung Fu Panda. Master Mokgui always say, inner peace. Inner peace. So why do we watch silly cartoons like this, right? Because it resonates something in us. Is that, that's why you see all these old wise people are always, first of all, before they answer your question, what would they do? No, and then they stroke their beard, right? They will say, you should do da. Then they will pause for half an hour. Hello, I need the answer. But what we were doing is calm you down. Calm down. When your mind is calm, it's like clear water. You can mirror everything that's outside you. But if your heart is not calm, you cannot mirror anything. Okay? You become very same like the outside world. The world is traveling so fast. How can you catch up? So calm down yourself. Let everything revolves around you, but you yourself inside is calm. That's called 和, 诚, 敬, 谦, 和. So I'll answer this second question. Thank you very much.
Hello, good afternoon. This is Nini. I'm just from the postgraduate student from university. So my question is it is not questions, it is just, I just want to learn from the panelists. So actually, my question is, I just want to learn it just from the talk professors. So actually, when I, that say when I listen of the dialogue, that I heard that say, education is to be clever. So I just want to know that I wonder myself as we learn the English, math, physics, chemistry, or something like this. So which path will be which this subject will be how this subject will be the lead to be the clever ourselves. I just want my question is I just want to learn from you based on your experience how this subject lead to be the clever as an education, sir. You get my questions? My question is, that education is to be clever, right? Yeah, yeah. So I just want to know that how education leave to be the clever. Which will be the uh, how I can say that how education can live to be the clever ourselves. Actually, in our discussion, the religion will to be the clever, but how the education play the role to be the clever of the students. Yeah.
This is Yama. Yama. Okay, I think thank you so much for the opportunity, the question that addressed to me. But I would like to make it clear that education is not only to make students to be clear. Because just now my message, I would like to say clearly, if education only make people to be clear, but didn't make people to be compassionate, then the education is not complete. So I truly believe, in Carnegie School, we truly believe that academic excellence, that what you mentioned about chemistry, biology, technologies, computers, have to be together with character developments. Right now, in this kind of 21st century, you can go and check a lot of company, what they are. They are not missing clever people. But they are right now are desperate, looking for people that have a strong characters. What are that strong characters? Just now we can learn this strong character, the value from the teacher. We start from filial piety. Because if you say, do good things to others, if we cannot do good thing to the person that is closest to us, that's all doesn't make sense. It's all contradiction. So we have to start to share our love from the person that closest to us, which is our parents. This is like our first practice. If we cannot practice that, then it doesn't make sense anymore. We will do love to our neighbors, we will love to other countries or other peoples, other culture. Impossible if we cannot do the small, simple thing first with our parents. The next ones, they're also very important because the end of education, we are not respect our teachers anymore. Right now, you see why right now in this modern era, it's quite difficult to educate the students anymore because it's lack of respect to the teachers. It starts from we as a parents, we don't show respect anymore. But we see in the past, people think parents like they are, they think teachers like their parents. They respect them. And then teachers also really put the moral inside their living. So they become a role model for the students. This is what we also like. This is what I share to our teachers and our lecturers. We are not teachers and lecturers. We are their second parents. We cannot preach them. We have to show role model to them. Because if not, we are like smoking and we tell our students, don't smoke. It will not make sense. They say, you are smoking. So the only way is through this education. So I know right now many students are very worried about, the grades and everything. But right now I'm in the society, I just find out, including myself. Many times we receive a lot of 100 until 1,000 resume. But we are really looking for someone that have a good characters. It's not, the knowledge we can teach them. but the character, we cannot teach them. It takes time. That's why there's a phrase, it's easier to move the mountain than to change someone's characters. So I hope my, my answer can help you
Yeah.
answer your question. Okay, thank you so much.
Let me just add a little bit more. I'm not sure whether I'm answering this question, but I was invited to UNESCO, that is about education, a couple of places about education. I said, what is the best system of education? My question is, what is education? Next, what is education for? Next, I said I always ask questions, right? Education is for whom? Is education for the frogs? For the crocodiles? No. Education is for human beings, right? My next question, most important, who is a human being? If you don't even know who a human being is, how can you develop system of education for human beings? I asked a psychologist, psychology forum, what is the psychology definition of a human being? What's a human being? In Parliament of World Religion 2014, I was at Parliament of World Religion, I was a panel with Karen Armstrong. I said the problem to my mind of the world today is we no longer know how to behave like a human being. Why are we not behaving like a human being? Because we don't even know what a human being is. Why don't we know what a human being is? It's because when the world stepped into the modern age, we said goodbye to religion. Whereas every religion starts with the definition of what a human being is. And then the religions will help you to become the proper human being. When you marginalize religion, we are in chaos. Most religions said human being is body, mind, and soul. Buddhism talk about the skandhas or the khandas, but there is a definition. So how can you develop education system you don't even know for whom? So the problem are the experts of education, not the students. They don't get it right. How can they develop things right? Yeah. So back to you need to have education for the mind, education for the soul, body, mind, and soul. Body, the physical, the hand, the head, and the heart. Very agreeable. Thank you very much. I'll stop there.
Open for another question. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2. Anyone? 3. Okay. We proceed. First question.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. My name is Sayyid Jawad. I am a post-graduation student from UIMA. My question is actually about the future of religion. Why our youth disconnecting with religion? I'm not talking about disbelieving, they're just disconnecting with religion. What is the reason behind that? That's simple.
So we can compile all the question first, can we? Okay, all right. The second question from you. I think from you. Mike, please.
Afternoon, everyone. So I'm Leanne. I'm from the Baha'i community of Malaysia. So my question is, because in the Baha'i community, we are learning how to engage with youth. And we know like youth has so much potential. But how do we like direct their energies towards society building efforts or social transformation? So just a question of like, what are some of the factors that can help motivate youth or direct youth's energy towards the betterment of the world? Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I am Khubaib. I'm from UIAM, Gombak. My question is for each and all of you. A wise person once said that to solve a question, first we need to know what is the problem. So my question is, what do you think is the root problem that is happening among the youth now, especially related to religion? Thank you.
We are running out of time. I'm going to rush. Yeah, we don't always meet, right? We don't know when we will meet the next time. It is about why the youth are feeling disconnected with religion, right? Because the people who explain religion has reduced religion to the status of rituals. Religion is not a living force. They have not made religion as the motivation, the force, the life of people, of society, of individuals. What do you, if I am to ask you now, what is the definition of religion? This is in my book now, it's coming up. Yeah, it's going to be at least 150 pages, so you're going to suffer through it. But this system, we have made religion to be ritual, to be personal, as if it is irrelevant to everyday living. Whereas this was not the ways of the prophets and the ways of the founders. They transform people, they reform society, they brought back justice, and then the religion lives with everybody. If you want to bring back the interest and the involvement of the young people into religion, redefine, revise, and reread what religion is all about. Don't repeat the mundane pseudo-scholars of religion. And above all, live your religion. Just don't talk about religion. So all the grand things about religion, but your behavior is fantastic. For the sister on how to get the youth to go, get them involved. Let them solve the problem of society. Let the youth speak for the youth. Let them understand the problems as they understand it. Don't translate for them what the problem is. You can only get into the matter if you are personally involved with it. Don't teach. Guide. Let them get involved. Don't think that somebody will solve the problems for you. You know, when I was very young, when I was in secondary school, I had a question for my ustazah. Poor lady. I love all my teachers. I adore them. They are our intellectual parents. But she couldn't answer my question because she doesn't have that question. I was disappointed, but after some time I thought, why should she answer my question? It's my question, not her question. It is my responsibility to answer my own question. I'm the one that is having the problem. If I have the toothache, why should people pull somebody else's tooth out? Get involved. Don't let others translate the issue before you. Then it becomes that person's personal interpretation. So don't ask when to get involved. Get involved. Don't let others do your assignment for you. Sorry, that's really I am sorry for the way I say it, but not for the substance.
It's okay, Dr. Onya, you earned it. Okay, I'm speaking from a Pure Land Buddhist practitioner, okay? In the visualization of Infinite Sutra, okay? It says that there are three conditions of Pure Land cultivation. The first one is you must be filial to your parents, respectful of the elders, and then be respectful of your teachers. Practice the 10 meritorious deeds, then the 10 good deeds. Do not kill, do not steal, do not have sexual misconduct, and do not be angry, greedy, do not be deluded, and also do not have foul language, and also double tongues. And all these are good deeds, values that we should practice. And then 慈心不杀, be compassionate and do not kill. The do not kill repeated twice. Once in the 10 good deeds, the other one especially mentioned, do not kill. Right? This is the fundamental being a human first. And in China, strangely enough, the Theravadian Buddhism did not take root in China because all these values in the Theravadian foundation was built by Confucianism ethics and also the Taoist ethics. And we are very respectful of our elders. We are very respectful of our parents. These are the fundamental unconditional love of human beings. But if you cannot have these values planted in you since you were small, then you cannot go to the second step, which is to take refuge in the three jewels, which are the Buddha, the Sangha, and also the Dharma. And abide by all the precepts is quite difficult because your surroundings are telling you a different story. They're disconnected. So the answer to the youth, why are they disconnected? And it's not just the youth. I think in general, religions are supposed to advocate love and humanity. But how many wars have we seen fought in the name of religions? So what are religions? What religions teach us? And I agree with Dr. Onya that the religions teachers perhaps have not really on a daily basis, consistent basis, to teach the followers what their religion stands for. So in Buddhist, it's always about compassion. Start with our family, start with the closest people in our lives. You don't need to go too far. You don't need to go too far to find Buddha. There are two Buddha in your house. One is your mom, one is your dad. But we all know that family is a testing ground for our patients, right? It's not easy. It's not easy. But if we can overcome this, it's easier to do the second step, the second condition for Pure Land practices. Then only we can go to the third step, which is you make the vow, you generate the vow to save all sentient beings. Now that is even harder, isn't it? Now, if I tell you that you look at each other, you see them as Buddha, enlightened being, you believe it? Buddha, all enlightened beings. It's hard, isn't it? But the third step is, yes, we have the nature of good nature, Buddhahood. We're all enlightened. But our backgrounds, our upbringings, our education, all these have actually covered our good self-nature. 人之初性本善. Every one of us is good person. You believe it? But you look at the other person, you believe it? So the Dharma should be actually taught in a consistent basis and to tell people that we are one, entity, 一体的. Okay? The truth of the universe is it's all of us like our body, the cells. Your left hand will not be the right hand because they're all one body. This idea of that we're all one entity, that we should love one another. Okay, sort out the problems, and then you will see it very far. And religion is important because it is a higher calling. In all the adventures movies that we've seen, or war movies we've seen, when all possible human being solutions have been sought and it cannot be answered, what do the actors do? Pray. Dear Lord, please help me. I mean, this person doesn't go to church. This person hardly call upon God. But when the higher calling is the only way that he can find solace with, religion comes in, very powerful calling. That's why if we can solve religious strifes, the world will be at peace. No more prejudices. Each and every one of us follow what our good teaching from our religion teaches us. The world will be at peace. And then we will not be disconnected from our lives because we will not have arrogance. We will not discriminate other people. All of us live in the same respectful manners. So that's the three conditions of the Pure Land Buddhism from a Buddhist point of view. Just for your reference, okay? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Madam Song, for the beautiful insights. And thank you to all our panelists for answering the questions. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have reaching our 4:02 p.m. So, currently we proceed with our reflection session. I will give about 2 minutes for every panelist, 2 minutes for every panelist to share, to give a message or principle that the youth can carry forward to build a peaceful and harmonious world. Okay, 2 minutes top. Okay, maybe we can start from here with a song. Okay, all right.
So the youth is start with the person closest to you. They don't have to be too far, but start with the people, have the good hearts of the 10 good deeds from religion, and love your parents. They're not easy. Being parents are not easy. We have always heard that until you become parents, you will know. But I tell you, it is true. So be more understanding about the difficulties. And also, parents, please do come and have courses as well. The courses are not just for young people, so all should be involved, and we become a role model for them. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I would like to give the last story for everyone. So I think I follow this story. This story is about a grandma that she always complained about the life. So maybe it can be related to the youth nowadays. They are complaining, they are comparing with their friends. So one day, she was kicked out by the family. So she was living homeless outside. And every day she complains why God is so unfair to her, why the children is not, filial to her. Until one day he met one wise person. And then the wise person tell her, "Grandma, why you look so sad?" And then the grandma said, "Why I have to be happy? I don't have anything. You see, I'm so poor. I have to get the food. I have to go to the garbage to get the food." And then the wise person say, "You can be happy. You can change your life." "How to change my life?" the grandma asked. The wise person say, "Start to have a gratitude in your heart." Then the grandma asked again, "Which part of me that I had to be grateful?" And then the wise man say, "Start from the stick that you hold. Because the stick help you. When you walk, it help you walk. So you will not fall down. When you walk through the stream, it also help you to check the water, the depth of the water. When there's a crazy dog want to bite you, the stick help you to get rid of the dog. So start right now, be grateful with whatever you have." Starting that time, after hearing from this wise person, this grandma start to be grateful. So before she sleeps, she grateful, she thankful. And every day when she wake up, she also feel thankful. Slowly and slowly, her aura, her face become brighter. Before, when every time she come to neighbors to ask for food, she's not grateful. She say, "This is the food that you give to me." But right now, she changed the attitude. She said thank you. She said a positive word to the family that give food to her. Then right now, more and more people are willing to help her. And she feel like her life start to change. And one day when this wise man come to that village to give a talk, she joined. And then the talk is like about how to become happy and successful. And the talk is also talk about how to be a filial. You want to be successful, you have to start from become a filial person. So the wise person, after that, invite the grandma to come and share her story. And she said, then the wise person asked the grandma, why your face right now is so, looks so good? You are right now always smiling. Compared to the past, you always feel of grudges. He said, I practice gratitude. Now I really feel like my life's changed. And after that, the children also joined that seminar. And the children kneel down and say sorry to the grandma or to the mothers and inviting the mother go back to their homes. So from this story, I hope all of us can learn this gratitude. It looks simple, but we have to practice it. So one of the way to help us improve our life, to change our destiny, we start from gratitude. I think that's it for today. Thank you so much.
For me, I think that you should start off by just going out there, making more friends, having more conversations. Don't be scared of like new opportunities, because everything is about gaining experience, and everything, whether you think it's good or bad, it is an experience to you that can help you grow. And then I think that and then yeah, and just taking all of these experiences together, they'll help you go into your next stage of life. And yes, sorry.
Okay. Don't worry, you will come there. We talk about humbleness, which is very important. We talk about arrogance, that is very bad. How do we become humble? When you see somebody behaving in a different way and you don't like it, you get offended. Think, this person is what he is or what she is because she's born into that situation. She grew up within the environment and she understands only that sort of life. If this person was born in your place, given your type of environment, your type of background, your type of education, she would be better than you. Likewise, if you're born in that situation, with that type of background, with that of turmoil in the family and all kinds of painful things, you will come out worse than that person. So where's the arrogance in this? There's some things that you know better than the other person, but understand there are other things that other people knows more about other things than what you know. So you are not better than the other person. I remember when I was very upset actually because of arrogance. This was a great professor from one of the universities, and he was complaining about the motorcyclist. You see how rough these people, they give us a lot of problem. We have to avoid them. They are very rude. So she's a professor. But I can't take this because some of these motorcyclists are our students. So I said, the fact that he is on the motorcycle and we are in the car is just a matter of fate. If we're born in that situation with that type of ground, we would be on the motorcycle. And he that is on the motorcycle with that of dangerous because he's in a hurry and with all the rain and all that on them. But if they were given the opportunity to become like us, they will be in the car. So there's humbleness. Where's arrogance? Where's the place for arrogance if you think like this? The next person is the next person because of the chances and the background. And that person may know more than you. So when I was with my student, I'm strict. I'm a very strict professor. They all know this. Yeah. Only because I want my students to be better than me. And they have to come to up to standard because it's my responsibility to make them better than what they are. Otherwise, I would fail. I'm not a softy type of person because I was also that type of student. But the thing is, being humble is a matter of common sense only. Today, they are my students, but if we were in the same class, they may be performing better than me. Because we have some professors, some lecturers will be arrogant, right? And they sometimes talk negatively about students. I just tell them off. Because I'm the type person who tell off. If you and him, or her, or they were in the same class, the same age, you think who would do better than you? Who, and if they are older than you, who will become the teacher? You will become the student. This is how to train ourselves into humbleness. Not to be arrogant. We are what we are because we have the background. When you say thank you, alhamdulillah, grateful, with the stick. Right. And when you look at the next person, for God's sake, just a matter of accident of birth. What makes you a Chinese and what makes me a Malay is not my choice, it's not your choice. And why are you making such a big noise about this? Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you very much to our distinguished panelists, and thank you also to our participants for your cooperation and also participation in our Q&A session. So it's beautifully put regarding how the harmonious and peaceful coexistence in Malaysia, for example, and few countries with multiracial and multi-religions. We have to nurture this culture, and if we have to protect this culture, this beautiful culture, for the benefits of our next generation. If we construct or we deploy any strategy to solve the problem of the multiracial issue and so on, it is still we cannot achieve what we want as long as we do not change the culture. So the culture is very important. As said by Peter Drucker, he said that the culture is strategy for the breakfast. So we need to nurture this culture, the culture that based on the values, the culture that based on the peace and harmony in everyday life. So as we draw this youth dialogue to a close, I would like to summarize our key takeaways. So today's conversation has beautifully highlighted that sustainable peace is rarely built through grand gesture alone. It is built quietly and consistently through our everyday choices. Whether it is university students becoming living ambassadors of peace, a youth managing modern anxieties through compassion, the schools integrating character with academics, or anchoring ourselves in gratitude and respect, the message is clear. We must move far beyond words and become living examples of harmony in action. When we choose understanding over division, human flourishing transform from a mere aspiration into a lived reality for all. So I would like to thank you to our distinguished panelists, and thank you to our wonderful audience for your presence and participation. Give a round of applause to all. So let us go forth and put these values into practice, inshallah. So that's all from me. I'm Dr. Ishaq or Dr. Isaac. I'm a medical doctor, not an academician. I'm a medical doctor. So I would like to signing off as a moderator today. So thank you very much. And we will have our photography session, is it? Okay. Take photo of everyone. So okay. So we sit here. So please, all panelists, can we sit here. You can sit here. Okay. Oh, I want to put this first. Okay.
Oh, that's a long time. Why didn't you extend for some other children? Now,
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, everyone stand up and pause a bit. I want to take a photo. Okay. Another one.
not okay. Yeah. Okay. Is it okay? Okay. Because anything else? Yeah. I don't have a pretty face. I didn't know well you still want to take it. And you still want to take it.
Yeah, okay, Nicholas. Okay. Wait up. Ah, correct. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And then another one.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Mama, 1, 2, 3. All right.
I want to take a photo of everyone. Yeah, go down. And
Yeah. You see, you have to have the technique.
You want a slogan, significance of religion in your life? You dialogue team. You dialogue team, significance of religion in your life. All right. Can we practice? 1, 2, 3. Practice. Youth dialogue team. The significance in your life. Ready? Ready? 1, 2, go. Okay, Mina. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. Good evening, everybody. This concludes our whole day's theme from this morning to this afternoon. For those of you who have come, thank you for staying back. On behalf of Malaysian Han Studies, we want to thank you for your time. And as you have seen here, not only youth, I've seen older youth also, right? I think you have picked up gems from our learned panels, right? So my only advice to you is reflect on what they have said. And I like what Prof said this morning. Says, I can teach you to think, I cannot think for you. Okay? With that, safe journey back. Thank you so much. Come back again to Mahas. Bye-bye.